Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use these things, and I'm going to give you some warnings, but I'll share those with you in a minute. First, let's just take a look at this thing. Once it's plugged in, once you get it, plug it in. In my case, what I do is I plug these in right by my front door, and then I step outside with it. And what I want to see is I want to see this thing stop blinking. This little light right here, it looks like a satellite, and it might not stop blinking in this case because I am indoors, but that's the first thing you're going to want to do. Check that first. If it doesn't stop blinking, even when you're outside after, if you've had it out there for 5 minutes and it still doesn't pick up a signal, then you're going to know that you need to return it and exchange it for a new one. Now you can see that little blinking satellite icon, it went away. That means that it picked up the signal, and this thing is now ready to read your speed. So let me show you how I set these up. And the first thing I do, you've got this little wheel on top that allows you to control the unit. And the first thing I do is I'm going to press down and hold. This is going to take me to the menu. Once I'm in the menu, I'm going to use item number 1 right here. I'm going to push down 1 time, and it's going to bring me to this. And essentially what it is showing me is 107, and I want to run that back to 101. So I don't know exactly how this works, but I've found that 101 gives me the absolute most accurate readings. There are going to be cases where you might have to fine tune it. And what I do, I take these out and I compare them with what my phone app says. So I use Google Maps to track my speed using my phone, and I dial this in to match it as close to the phone as I can, and 101 is almost always the correct number. So once you're on 101, you're just going to push down again. That's going to take you back to your menu options. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the right, and I'm going to go to number 5. Number 5 is going to let me select whether I want kilometers or miles per hour, and so it'll default to kilos, but I just hit the left button and that will take me to MPH. That's what I want because that's what we use in the country I live in. Then I'm going to push down, and that's going to bring me back to the main menu. The next thing that I'm going to dial in is I'm going to go to number 4. This is your brightness setting. Now, for some people, you might want to just leave it on 0. 0 is automatic brightness, and it is essentially facilitated by this little light sensor in the back. There's a little access hole where light's able to enter it. It's like a photoreceptor cell, and it adjusts automatically. Now, if this is going to be in a place where it's not going to, get good light, you can adjust this in the day or at night to meet whatever you need. So you have 0 all the way up to 11. 11 being the brightest. Now, once you pick the number that you want, you just push down 1 more time, and at this point, you're pretty much set up and ready to go. And when you're ready to exit the menu, you just press and hold down, and now you're back and it's ready to be set up. Now, when you're in this screen, the main screen, you can decide how you want this to look. You can pull the wheel left to cycle between having the little like compass icon. You can pull it again to have just the speed like readout, like miles per hour, kilometers per hour. You push it again to have both. And then you can push it again to have nothing and just the speed readout. I like the clean speed readout only, but that's just a preference thing. Now here is my word of caution to you guys when using these. I like the look of the white LED. However, the green LED shows up the best in the widest range of lighting conditions. That's what I've found. The green really comes through and creates enough contrast, and for whatever reason it looks the best at night without being blinding, and it also shows up during the day during harsh lighting conditions with the least amount of issues. So those are some quick tips for you to set these up, because I see a lot of stuff in the comments about these not being accurate, and so hopefully this will help you out. And I really like these things. They work super fantastic. You can use them for all sorts of fun little projects. You can use them on bikes, motorcycles, in your car. You can even use them to make like a Game Boy speedometer, all types of stuff. Absolutely love them, but hope that's helpful for you.